What if I told you the life you've been praying for, the desire you've been chasing, the breakthrough you've almost given up on, could begin to unfold in just 1 minute, not 1 month, not 1 year, one single minute? It sounds impossible until you realize that impossible is just a word, not a law. Because right now, hidden beneath the noise of your doubts and the weight of your past, there is a moment just 60 seconds long that holds the power to rearrange everything. No rituals, no vision boards, no waiting on perfect conditions, just a window, a portal, where your focus becomes a magnet, your thoughts become commands, and the universe begins to shift in your favor. In this message, you're going to discover something that most people never realize. You don't need more time to manifest. You need more presence. 1 minute of aligned energy can do what a lifetime of effort cannot. This isn't theory. This isn't hype. This is a sacred method rooted in quantum truth and spiritual law, a technique so simple, so fast, it feels like a secret hidden in plain sight. And once you understand how it works, you'll never see time or your power the same way again. So take a breath, center yourself, and get ready. Because the next 60 seconds could open a door that was never really closed, just waiting for you to finally knock. In a world obsessed with doing, stillness is often misunderstood. We associate silence with passivity and rest with inaction. But spiritually, stillness is not emptiness. It's concentrated power. It is the sacred space where your soul stops reacting to the outside world and starts creating from within. And in the practice of manifestation, that 1 minute of mental stillness becomes a hidden gateway, an energetic portal through which your desires pass from thought into form. When you quiet the noise of doubts, distractions, and expectations, your mind becomes like a calm lake, able to reflect your intention with clarity and precision. This is not about effort, it's about alignment. A single focused minute of stillness, when done with presence and belief, sends a pure, undistorted signal to the universe. It's in that small, sacred window that your subconscious becomes most receptive, most programmable, and most powerful. Spiritual teachings across cultures affirm this truth. The greatest transformations don't begin in chaos, they begin in silence. The silence where spirit speaks, the pause between thoughts, the breath where intention lives. This 1 minute method doesn't ask you to fight, force, or chase. It invites you to remember, to return to the stillness within where you are already whole, already connected, already magnetic. Because in stillness, you don't need to search for your desire, you become it. And that is when manifestation stops being a process and becomes a natural consequence of who you are. In the spiritual realm, your attention is not passive, it is power in motion. Where your focus goes, your energy flows, and where your energy flows, life responds. Your thoughts are not just inner dialogue, they are vibrational blueprints that shape your outer experience. This is the essence of magnetic thinking, knowing that every moment of intentional focus is like drawing a line between you and your desire, pulling it closer like iron to a magnet. When you give something your full attention, especially with emotion and belief, you energize it. That's why a single minute of concentrated thought can be more effective than hours of scattered wishing. Magnetic thoughts carry a frequency, one that interacts with the field of infinite potential around you. The more focused and emotionally charged the thought, the more powerful the signal it sends. This isn't about controlling the universe, it's about aligning with it. When you think deliberately, when you feel as though your desire is already yours, you activate a current, a flow between you and what you seek. The universe, by spiritual law, must respond in kind. The key is to stop leaking energy through fear, doubt, and distraction. That's what breaks the magnetic field. Instead, spend even one intentional minute seeing, feeling, and believing your desire as real. Do it daily, do it joyfully, and watch as the energy you emit begins to mirror back opportunities, signs, and manifestations that feel anything but random. They're not. They're magnetic. In the world of manifestation, visualization is often emphasized, but it's only half the equation. Visualization provides the image, the mental picture of your desire. But what gives it life, what gives it power, is emotion. Emotion is the engine of manifestation. Without it, Your visions remain flat, disconnected from the magnetic field of creation. But when you feel your desire as if it's already real, you engage the subconscious mind, and that changes everything. The subconscious doesn't respond to words alone, it responds to states, and emotional states are its language. When you allow yourself to truly feel the joy, gratitude, love, or peace that comes with your fulfilled desire, your subconscious begins to accept it as truth. It no longer sees the desire as something distant, but as something already integrated into your current identity. And when your inner world accepts something as real, your outer world reorganizes to reflect it. This is why just saying affirmations or thinking positively without emotion often feels ineffective. It's like revving a car without turning the key. Emotion is the ignition. It brings the vision to life. So when you visualize, go beyond the surface. See it, yes, but feel it. Step into the scene. Breathe it in. Let your heart swell with the emotion of already having. The deeper and more authentic the feeling, the faster the shift. Because manifestation doesn't begin in the mind, it begins in the heart. Emotion is the signal. Creation is the echo. There are moments in life when you feel lost, off track, disconnected, uncertain about where you're headed. But just like a GPS that recalculates when you take a wrong turn, your spirit holds the ability to reroute you toward your true path. And the best part? It doesn't take hours of soul searching. Sometimes it only takes one intentional minute of stillness and clarity to redirect everything. This is the power of inner recalibration. When you pause for even just 60 seconds to reconnect with your heart's desire, to remember who you really are and where you're going, you begin to shift your energy. You move out of confusion and back into alignment. It's not about fixing your past or figuring out every step ahead. It's about realigning your frequency in the now. This 1-minute practice acts like a spiritual compass. It helps you drop out of your analytical mind and into your intuitive knowing. You stop reacting to fear and start responding from faith. That simple moment of presence clears mental noise, settles emotional turbulence, and activates your inner guidance system. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or off course, don't spiral. Pause. Close your eyes, breathe, visualize your ideal path. Feel the energy of alignment. Speak a truth over your life, then release. That minute might seem small, but it could be the pivot that brings you back into divine direction. Your soul always knows the way, just give it space to speak. In both science and spirituality, there is a profound truth that bridges the gap between faith and physics. What you observe becomes real. Quantum physics has revealed that at the subatomic level, particles exist in a cloud of potential, waves of probability, until they are observed. It is the act of focused attention that collapses those infinite possibilities into a single chosen outcome. This isn't philosophy, it's science. And when applied spiritually, it becomes one of the most powerful manifestation tools you have. When you spend even 60 seconds in deep, intentional focus, you're not merely visualizing. You are actively choosing a reality. You are collapsing the field of endless timelines into one specific experience. Your focused thought becomes the observer that calls your desire out of the realm of potential and into the physical world. This is why casual wishing rarely works. Wishing keeps the desire floating in possibility, but when you focus with belief, emotion, and clarity, even for just 1 minute, you begin the process of selection, not just hoping. You are not at the mercy of randomness. You are a co-creator, a spiritual selector of timelines. The version of your life where you are abundant, loved, successful, or healed already exists in the field. Your job is to align with it, to observe it so clearly that the universe responds by making it real. So the next time you visualize, know this: you are not daydreaming. You are collapsing possibility into form. You are doing sacred work. One of the most profound spiritual tools we have is also backed by science: imagination. Neuroscience shows us that the brain cannot always tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. This is due in part to mirror neurons, cells in your brain that activate not just when you do something, but also when you imagine or observe it. Spiritually, this means your imagination isn't fantasy. It's a gateway to identity transformation. When you close your eyes and visualize yourself already living your desired reality with rich emotion, sensory detail, and belief, your brain begins to respond as if it's actually happening. Your body reacts. Your emotional state shifts. Neural pathways fire in alignment with your new identity. Do this repeatedly, and you begin to rewire the way you see yourself, your worth, and what's possible. This is why one focused minute can be so powerful. In that moment, you're not just thinking, you're becoming. You're sending new signals to your subconscious and forming new energetic patterns in your field. You're training your mind and body to operate from the frequency of the desired you, not the current one. The more consistently you practice this, the stronger the belief becomes. And belief, once solidified, acts as the magnetic force that draws experience to match. Your brain follows your focus, and reality follows your brain. Imagination isn't just pretend, it's the first draft of destiny, and your belief makes it real. So many people chase their desires by looking to the future. Someday I'll have it, someday I'll feel better, someday life will align. But spiritually, this is a trap. The truth is, everything you desire is accessed through the present moment, not a distant point in time. The future is not created in the future. It is constructed right now through your awareness, your emotion, and your intention. This 1-minute manifestation method works because it drops you into the most powerful space you have, the eternal now. In this moment, your mind isn't wandering to regrets of the past or anxieties about what's to come. It's fully engaged, fully alive. When you focus for just 60 seconds with presence, clarity, and belief, you ignite a shift in your consciousness that begins reshaping the timeline ahead. Spiritually, the present moment is where the divine meets you. It is where your thoughts create energy and your energy shapes reality. You are not separate from what you want. You are one with it, here and now. But you must meet it on the frequency of now. When you practice presence, even for a minute, you create a gap in the noise of the world, a space where intuition speaks, energy recalibrates, and the universe listens. Miracles don't happen in the distant future. They begin in the quiet power of a single moment, this moment, the only one that ever truly exists. In the spiritual world, many are led to believe that transformation only comes through long, disciplined practices, hours of meditation, endless affirmations, or complex rituals. But this is one of the biggest misconceptions. The truth is, intensity of focus always outweighs duration. 1 minute of deep, aligned, emotionally charged attention can be far more powerful than an hour of distracted mental wandering. Your mind responds not to how long you sit in silence, but to how fully you show up in that silence. If your energy is scattered, your results will be too. But if, even for just 60 seconds, you become fully present, feeling your desire, believing it's real, and aligning your energy, you unlock something sacred. That focused moment becomes a spark that shifts your frequency and recalibrates your reality. Manifestation doesn't need to be hard. It's not about how much time you spend, it's about how deeply you connect. Long meditations have their place, but they are not the only doorway. Sometimes the most profound breakthroughs come in a flash, in a single moment of complete clarity and surrender. Don't let the myth of more is better block your flow. The universe doesn't count the minutes, it measures your alignment. Show up with presence, not pressure. Make the moment sacred, not stressful. One focused minute with your soul is enough to begin rewriting the story of your life, not later, now. Spiritual practices aren't meant to feel like a chore. They're meant to reconnect you with who you truly are, your peace, your power, your purpose. That's why the 1-minute manifestation method works best when it becomes a ritual, not a task. A sacred pause in your day that feels effortless, nourishing, and natural. No pressure, no perfection, just presence. You don't need incense, candles, or silence to make it work. You simply need a willingness to pause and to remember that you are the creator of your reality. In the same way brushing your teeth is automatic, this practice can become a rhythm of inner cleansing, clearing doubt, grounding your energy, and resetting your focus. Start with a time that feels intuitive, maybe right after you wake up or before bed. Set a 1-minute timer, close your eyes, visualize your desire as already real, feel the emotion, speak your truth, and then go about your day knowing you've planted a seed in the spiritual soil. When this becomes part of your daily rhythm, manifestation becomes less of a performance and more of a relationship with yourself and with the universe. It doesn't have to be loud or grand. In fact, the quietest rituals often carry the most power. Let this 1 minute be your sanctuary, a moment that belongs to you, a sacred reminder that you're always co-creating, one thought, one breath, one aligned minute at a time. At the core of every manifestation is not a desire, it's an identity. Who you believe you are determines what you allow, attract, and create. The subconscious mind isn't moved by effort alone. It responds to your self-image, your inner narrative. That's why affirmations that feel forced don't always work, because if your identity still contradicts them, they won't stick. But when you shift your identity, you shift everything. This 1 minute method isn't just about focusing on what you want. It's about becoming the version of you who already has it. Every day, in just 60 seconds, you have the opportunity to embody a new story. I am abundant. I am loved. I am free. I am enough. Say it, feel it, see it. Let that version of you breathe through your imagination. Repetition is how the subconscious learns. When you show up daily, even for 1 minute, with emotional conviction, the old stories begin to fade. You're no longer repeating patterns based on fear or lack. You're installing new beliefs, new frequencies, and a new energetic signature. Think of it like writing code. Each focused minute is a line of programming, telling your inner world who you now are. And once your identity shifts, the outer world has no choice but to respond. Don't wait for life to reflect a new story. Become the new story. 1 minute a day, one declaration at a time. Identity is the foundation of manifestation, and it's yours to rewrite. Manifestation isn't just about what you do, it's also when you do it. Timing matters, especially when it comes to accessing the subconscious mind. The moments just after waking, right before sleep, and during emotional intensity are known as energy windows, portals when your inner world is most open to suggestion and transformation. In these sacred moments, your brain naturally shifts into alpha or theta brainwave states, relaxed, receptive, and deeply intuitive. This is when the veil between conscious and subconscious is thinnest. It's not coincidence that many spiritual traditions emphasize morning prayers and nighttime reflections. These are the times when what you think, feel, and believe sinks in the deepest. So how do you use this to your advantage? Stack your 1 minute manifestation practice into these windows. When you wake, before you check your phone or engage the world, take 60 seconds to visualize your dream life. Feel it, affirm it, and do the same just before sleep, letting those thoughts shape your overnight state. Your subconscious will begin working on that blueprint as you rest. And don't overlook emotional peaks, whether joy or frustration. These moments carry amplified energy. Drop into presence for one focused minute and redirect the current. When used with spiritual awareness, timing becomes a multiplier. The same 1 minute practice placed inside an energy window creates quantum impact. You're no longer just repeating a method, you're activating manifestation at the level of rhythm, biology, and spirit. In the spiritual path of manifestation, one of the greatest tests is patience. We want immediate proof, instant results to validate our effort. But true transformation, like nature, follows an unseen rhythm. Just as seeds sprout roots long before they break the surface, your manifestations often begin in silence, in stillness, in the invisible. You may not see the shift immediately, but if you're aligned, you will feel it. That gentle sense of peace, the quiet knowing, the sudden clarity, these are signs that something is already moving beneath the surface of your life. And yet, this is where many people give up. They doubt, they question, they pull up the seed before it has time to bloom. But remember, spiritual manifestation is not about instant gratification. It's about energetic alignment. Every time you show up with belief, every time you commit to one focused minute, you're nurturing the soil of your reality. You're holding space for the unseen to become seen. Trust isn't passive. It's a powerful, active choice to believe in the process, even when the evidence hasn't arrived. And when you can hold your vision through the silence, miracles begin to unfold. Not because you forced them, but because you allowed them. So stay rooted in faith. Keep showing up even when it's quiet. Let go of needing to see results right away. Your desire is growing in divine timing. Trust the invisible shift. The bloom is already on its way. In the spiritual journey, your experiences are more than personal. They are powerful testimonies that ripple out into the collective. Every time you share your truth, your transformation, or your breakthrough, you send out a message that says, "This is possible." And that message may be exactly what someone else needs to hear in their darkest hour. Your 1 minute manifestation moment, whether it brought clarity, a small win, a shift in energy, or a full-blown miracle, carries more than just your joy. It carries light for others still walking through doubt. There's someone out there who is wondering if they should try again, someone who feels like giving up, and your story could be the spark that reminds them that change is real, that the universe is listening, and that one aligned minute truly can change everything. Testimony isn't about boasting, it's about bridging. You're building a bridge from belief to reality, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Every time we speak of our spiritual breakthroughs, we reinforce a collective vibration of possibility, faith, and transformation. So if something beautiful has happened, even if it seems small, share it. Whether in the comments, in a conversation, or in your journal, let your voice be an echo of what's possible. Because your 60-second miracle is more than just a moment, it's a message. And someone, somewhere, is waiting to hear it. And there you have it, just 1 minute. One moment of true focus, emotion, and belief, and everything can begin to shift. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to time, it responds to alignment. You don't have to force, chase, or wait. You only need to show up with intention and allow the impossible to meet you halfway. If this message resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more powerful teachings to help you unlock your manifestation potential. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and type, "My 60 seconds begins now." Let the universe know you're ready. Let others see your declaration. And who knows, your comment might just inspire someone else to begin their shift too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing. And as always, trust the unseen. Speak the truth of your desire and watch the impossible unfold. Your next miracle may be only 60 seconds away. Until next time, stay aligned and stay limitless.